Welcome to year 4 of the FSM Prep Rally. Joe Arrigo, Big Ant, and we are here at Bishop Gorman kicking off the season with our FSM Prep Rally Game of the Week, Bishop Gorman and Kahuku. And the #1 team in the FSM Prep Rally Top 10, the defending national champions, came away with a 33-7 victory. All right, Ant, let's start like this. Year 4, we've seen this Gorman team last year be dominant. We've seen them the years previous. What did you like about the game tonight, and what did you dislike about the game?
D-line play. D-line play took over the game, dominant defense. Overall, defense looked amazing, A++. Shout out to the offense. I give you a C+. This is a different level of standard here.
Yeah.
And the offense didn't match their standard. 33 points was good for other teams. It's not good for Bishop Gorman.
They had 2 plays inside the red zone where they didn't put points on, which is not Gorman-like. So, you know, I think for me it comes down to the quarterback play, you know, and it being 2 guys that have been backups to Mike Alihado for the last 4 years, 3-4 years. It's a different type of game, so they have to get acclimated well. Huge shoes to fill. Yeah. I mean, there's only one person that you can compare to 12, and that's 18.
Yeah, that's like us losing you. Who gonna fill Joe's?
Oh, you'll find somebody. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Kahuku, maybe they're a tough team. I asked one of the coaches. He said, hey, they remind me a lot of a Liberty type team. The toughness that they play, a different type of defense.
I told you before the game, Joe. I said they're gonna be tough.
Absolutely.
I knew that's one thing about them, because they came back last week. They were down 13-0, stepped it up. The defense was solid, and they came back and won the game 14-13. Well, they're a tough team.
Well, yeah, and you know what? Speaking of tough teams, a lot of tough teams and tough games going on in the Valley, including an upset. Let's take a look at the FSM Prep Rally scoreboard, and we'll be right back with our player of the game. Welcome back to the FSM Prep Rally, and our player of the game is junior safety, also plays a little receiver. Tonight he had 2 picks, and he had a game-changing hit that shouldn't have been flagged. Jett Washington. All right, my guy, hey.
Very violent. He's very violent. I didn't know he had that in you. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, no, I knew he had it in.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna get to that in a minute. Okay. Before the game, I said to you, hey, I need one from you tonight. You said, I got you, bro.
Yep.
Getting that first one after the penalty, what was that like for you?
It was just a real game changer, you know, just getting, you know, our team we were kind of slow at that point, so just getting us going and just trying to do anything I can for my team.
Oh, man, you know, tonight, defense stepped up and led the way.
Yes, sir.
How was it to just lead your defense? How did it feel tonight?
It's huge, because I think our defense, we really rely on each other. So, like, I think I got to do my job, the D-line got to do their job, everyone works together, and when we do that, we make plays. That's what we're just preaching. We're just preaching, just do your job, and then everything else gonna take care of itself.
Okay.
Now, see, we talk about violence, right, and violent plays. I knew he had it in him. Let me tell you why. Full circle. And I think you know this. About 15, 20 years ago, I covered your uncle when he was playing ball.
Yeah.
And now I'm covering you.
Yeah.
This, to me, is special.
Yes, sir.
And the fact that you have a legacy on your shoulders that you have no choice but to carry.
Yes, sir.
How does that motivate you?
It's just daily motivation, you know, just wanting to work out, wanting to just do anything possible, just to carry on the legacy and just also create my own name, but just do anything I can, you know, just to make him proud and just make myself, make my whole family proud.
And at this point, you know, last year you guys on the defense came together at the end of the year.
Yeah.
What did you guys go through to make you so much better now? Because last year, the first game, it didn't look like that.
Yeah. I think it was really just, we had a lot of people coming back. I think we were also a lot more confident this year. I think last year, you know, we were confident but not as confident. But just knowing that, like I said, we were relying on each other. We weren't trying to be individuals out there. We put in a lot of work in the off season since January, just working with each other, grinding with each other. So for this moment,
You're a two-sport star. You hoop and you know football. How's hooping helped you on the football court or vice versa?
I think really just the change of direction. Basketball and the conditioning, the stamina, all those like little movements, the jumping and all that. And then I think the physicality from football translates to basketball well.
Why number 5?
That
was all that was left?
Yeah, I kind of just put it on. I was like, I like this.
Okay.
I like it. I kind of like how it looked on me. I like rocking it. Yeah.
All right, so recruiting, you know, obviously you've got a ton of offers.
Yes, sir.
And you're only a junior. You got a ton more coming.
Yeah.
I hope you don't stress that side and you're focused on what you have to do right now because, I mean, you guys have a chance to really make some history.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I'm just taking it day by day, just enjoying the process, just working, you know, not getting too big-headed or nothing, just working, grinding every day, doing everything that got me here, you know, not trying to be cocky or none of that, just working day by day and just trying to be a better person off the field and on the field.
You know, a lot of people, when they speak of you, they always attach your uncle, RP to your uncle. How special is your 2 parents?
Man, they're real special, man.
Yeah.
You know, since I was young, any tournament, any practice I got to go to, anything I need, they had me.
Yeah.
You know, they were always there for me, and they're still always there for me. At every game, you're going to see them, and they're always there for me. So they're huge motivators and supporters for me. They see my worst game, my best game. They've seen it all, and are with me after every single one.
Okay.
And I'll never forget before UNLV game you was there and your dad came over and was like, man, thank you. And I'm like, why are you thanking me? I mean, he's like, oh, because you support everything. Yeah. Your family is great.
Yes, sir.
But I'm going to ask you a question about tonight. Was that what did you get penalized for, and what should you been penalized for that hit? Because I don't think you should have thrown a penalty for that.
I think they said it was a defenseless receiver, but the quarterback just threw it there.
Yeah.
I was like, I had no other option. I was like, shoot, I ain't gonna let him catch it. Like I was like, so I don't think I should have got penalized.
You took it back to the early 2000s. That's old school.
Yeah.
Old school.
That's old school. Believe it or not, I know.
Hey, your job as a DB though is to dislodge the ball from the receiver. So you did your job.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I guess it's a bad hit, but I don't know. That looked like a clean hit to me.
Yeah, You turned the head and
was
everything. It was all shoulder.
Yeah.
But
Man, look, as the FSM Prep Rally player of the game, you get a franchise shirt. First one all year.
Yes, sir.
What? Two picks?
2 picks and a game-changing
4-star. Number 2 athlete in the country. We're going for number 1. We don't sell for number 2.
Nah. Oh, also, we got charging stick, wireless charger for you.
Appreciate you, y'all.
Let me get this. So, I mean,
I'm gonna need this probably right now.
There we go. There it is. Jett Washington. Check out the highlights from the game, and we'll be right back with head coach Brent Browner.
Yes, sir.
I'm on a new level. 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 Brought me a new shovel. Put it in the dirt. Chain with the new bezel. I'm on put it work. I'm on a new level. 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 Brought me a new shovel. Put these in the dirt. Chain with the new bezel. I'm on put it work. Used to be sleeping on itchy beds. Bad bugs in the motel. Now give me 20 is in the hotel. On a Roman noodle diet. Tour life wasn't so well. All my starting riots. Marsh pitting on your toenails. Uncle T doing so well. First class from a hotel. T4 did 15. In the beds getting no mail. My daddy died and my cousin too.
Well, you've seen the highlights of Gorman and Kahuku. You've seen what happened. Now let's talk to the man that runs the football team here at Bishop Gorman, head coach Brent Browner. So the last coach we had on was some guy that won a national title. I think it was you, and now you're kicking off the season with us. You're a 4-man. Congratulations with the opening night win in week 0.
No, thank you so much. It was a great game, good opponent. Right, again, top 30 team that is tough, man. Them dudes were warriors, and I think people kind of sleep on them a little bit, right? This is the first time we played him since 2016.
Yeah.
We put one of those other numbers up there too, so it's a good win, a good way to start.
Yeah, I told Joe before the game, I said one thing about these boys, they're going to be tough. They were down 13-0 last week, came back, won the game 14-13. One thing about Kahuku, they're not going to quit.
Oh, no.
And that's why I said Gorman will have to break them, and they won't break.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. My bad, sorry.
No. So you had we had ups and downs. We had some flaws in this game, but it's better to get in a victory than a loss.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we talk about one thing. You got to win by 1 point. If we beat everybody by 1 point, well, it's gonna be a really good season. And you're right, those dudes are warriors, man. Like that's why we picked them. Somebody asked me like, "Oh, you got a lot of tough games." Like, yeah, I made the schedule.
Yeah.
Like we planned it. Like I can't take an easy game and then go play another hard game. You got to play hard games from the start. It is a sprint. It's not a marathon. And I think the boys embrace it and they love it.
Yeah.
How gratifying is it to see Jett Washington tonight and the things that he did, going from a guy that came in as a receiver, then you moved him to DB out of necessity, and he comes out tonight. And first of all, it's a tone-setting play in the second half, which shouldn't have been a penalty. And then follows that up with, okay, you're going to throw a penalty? Let me go and pick the ball off to get the ball back, and then has another pick at the end of the game.
Yeah, you know what? I think Coach Benet, Coach Brimmer have done a amazing job with Jett, the tutors they've done for him. And again, we had to talk with Jett, I think it was last year, DP, right before DP. You know, what do you really want to do? You know, are you really going to be a DB and buy into this thing all the way, or are you going to still kind of want like peek over at receiver stuff? And I think once he bought in, he just exponentially got better. And you know, he must have watched Swamp Kings or something. You know, I think that's what he thought about that first hit. You know, like I don't want the ball, I want to hit. You know, and like you said, then he comes back and goes to get the ball. So, you know, I can't be more happy for the young man just because of I know how much work he's put into it. I know he sacrificed. I think he was really, you know, when he started, he was a receiver. And I think he's come to find a home on defense.
And man, one thing about this defense, they gel. From the first drive, I've been watching them all summer, and you know, standing around here is pretty high, and I think it's starting to wear off on me. So I'm like, I don't know how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But hey, how did that defense, like, when did you realize you probably got something?
You know, I think we look at last year, and I don't want to talk about too much from last year, but we had a very veteran offense, and their defense was brand new. We returned one guy, and all those guys now on defense are all back.
Yeah.
They went through a whole season, they grinded, they had tough games, and I think you can see that maturity from those guys now, and now they have that new renewed confidence. And I think that's where they lie into, is that like, hey, you know what? Every game they got better and better and better, and now we had a whole 8 months to get better and better and better, and now, like, I think Alex from the paper was out at practice on Wednesday, and we got a full-on fight because defense was going crazy. It's Wednesday, bro. Like, we're not supposed to be doing this. But you could just see they were ready to like hit somebody else.
Yeah.
And you know, I knew when they came out, they were, you know, we had a lot of confidence in them going through it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to talk about last year too much, but it's a question I think is relevant right now. Last year, the offense led the way most of the year, and if tonight was any indication of the season, it seems like the defense is going to lead the way, and the offense has to play catch up. How quickly do you need that offense to play catch up going next week against St. Thomas Aquinas and then 2 weeks later against Mater Dei?
Yeah, I think the offense doesn't need to play catch up. I think you're looking at they just need more experience. Just like we got better as defense every week. Like, this is a big game. Like, if we win this game like 56-0, like some of those games, we get nothing out of this game. Mm-hmm. We got a lot out of this game from a really, really tough team, and it showed us like, hey, you know, last year every 5 plays we scored a touchdown. Mm-hmm. That's still doesn't even compute, right? Makes sense. And I think we needed to see a game where we can methodically drive the ball instead of just always taking a big shot or just having a quick touchdown. And that's one of the things I think the first half you could see we were just ready to run up the score. So we weren't making right reads. We weren't doing little things that we normally do. And you can see the second half, it's like, okay, let's just keep it simple. Drive the ball down, hit people who need to hit them and score. So I think it's just time. There's a little more time.
And like you said, putting together the schedule, I think you did a great job by this toughness from this game will help in this next game. They are very athletic, fast. We know we're going to get from South Florida school. Exactly. But I think stuff like that, coach, is a slow build. And I think you know what you're doing.
I just find the hardest dudes and we just play them. I don't really know if I know what I'm doing. Sometimes people think I'm psycho. My father thinks I'm psycho. So I'm like, he said, you schedule all the games? Like, yeah. He's like, huh. Kind of crazy, huh? I was like, yeah, a little crazy. You going down to South Florida? Then you want to go, after that, you want to go down to SoCal? Mm-hmm. What the heck's wrong with you? You know what, I think, hey, if that's the only way we can play those games, then we're going to kind of do that. I think people tend to not understand how it all works. Like, you don't always get to have them in your backyard. Yeah. You know, like, if you want to play this team, you're going to have to make concessions. Like, sometimes, like, again, a couple years ago, Mater Dei came to play us. Mm-hmm. You know, St. Thomas's came to play us. Yes. You know, so it's our time to go do the same favor. Like Miami Central, we went down to Miami. They came up to play us. Like, to have those kind of big games, you got to go get out of your comfort zone and go find them.
Do you think the team is taking the role of being the hunted versus being the hunter?
You know, they don't look at it like that. This team just, like, they just want to play football. Like, they've been kind of itching for this game, you know. I think they do have something to prove, right? And I would say it's the defense has something to prove, especially because last year we did give up some points, and historically hadn't. And I think offense has big shoes to fill because of how prolific the offense was last year. But again, you're trying to get them to understand, like, just play good football. Do the little things right. Don't worry about flashy stuff. If we get 3.5 yards every play, I'm happy. We're just going to walk down the field, and we're going to finally walk into the end zone because you got 3.5 yards. And expectations are the hardest thing to set. Again, when you're in this environment and it's always been crazy and it's always been big plays, like, hey man, like, with that kind of a defense, you just methodically walk down the field and then wear them out, wear their defense out. Our defense gets you the ball back quickly. You walk them down a couple times, and that defense might be done.
Man, well, the last thing for me is your offense played against a defense that, talking with another coach, you know, they do things a little bit differently. Widen out the end a lot. The backers come down. You don't know where they're coming from. You got a lot of good looks tonight. I think with the offensive line shuffle that you had going on tonight, it kind of opened some eyes. I think some guys got prepared, you know, are now ready for the next, you know, 3-4 games that you're going to have on the schedule. I know it's 1 week at a time, but, you know, we have to project and look at the next 4 games as the 4 most important games of the season.
Yeah, definitely. And again, that's why you schedule it like that. You got to play tough teams. You can't play, you know, you can't do like college where you play a 1AA team and then go play Alabama. You got to go play Texas, then go play Alabama, then go play LSU, and then go play Texas A&M. I don't know who else you're gonna play, but you know, you just got to go find those. You got to find that kind of competition. Again, you only get better by playing somebody that you feel like could beat you. And I tell the kids all the time, like, I just scheduled 4 teams I felt like that could whoop our ass. Bad.
You good?
That could whoop our ass, like,
You good?
and let's just go figure it out.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
1-0.
Go figure it out. Like, let's all go figure it out together.
We 1-0.
We want to
Let's
know,
keep it
baby.
going.
That's all we got to do.
Enjoy the night. Back to work tomorrow.
100%.
Well, that's head coach Brent Browner, Bishop Gorman, and that's it for the FSM Prep Rally at Bishop Gorman. That was the game of the week against Kahuku, with the Gaels prevailing 33-7. Next week, we're heading to DP for Centennial and DP. We'll see you there.
I'll be in South Florida.